tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. If xy is less than 1, means whatever may be the x and y values, product of the two, if the product of the two is less than 1, is equal to pi plus tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy if both x and y greater than 0 and product is more than 1. Minus pi plus tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy if both xy less than 0 and product is more than 1. We'll see. If first condition, if x greater than 0, y greater than 0 and xy is less than 1, what happens? We'll check. X greater than 0 means let tan inverse x equal to some a. This is what already we know. X equal to tan a and tan inverse y equal to b implies y equal to tan b. These are we know. Now, if x and y both are greater than 0 means x is positive, y is positive, means a is in the interval first quadrant, b is also in the first quadrant, means a lie between 0 to pi by 2, b also lie between 0 to pi by 2, implies a plus b lie between 0 to pi. A plus b lie between 0 to pi. But both are greater than 0 means, so both should be positive, means first quadrant 0 to pi by 2. So tan I can apply like this, tan of a plus b equal to, we know that tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b is nothing but x plus y by 1 minus xy. Now tan goes to the side, a plus b equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. So what I want to say is, if a is like in the first quadrant, b is in the first quadrant, tan of a plus b, x plus y by 1 minus xy, this whole thing is positive. Means tan of a plus b is positive, that is in the first quadrant. So a plus b equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. A is tan inverse x, b is tan inverse y. So tan inverse x plus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Oh, this is what first one is. 0, y is less than 0, what happens? The same thing you will get. If x is less than 0, this lie between 0 to minus pi by 2. That also lie between 0 to minus pi by 2. Completely lie between 0 to minus pi by 2. Means minus pi by 2 to plus 0. Means again tan is applicable, invertible, so tan inverse is same you will get. If x is less than 0, y is less than 0, xy less than 1. You will get the same concept. That's why I am taking more than 0 or less than 0, but only thing is xy less than 1. If xy is more than 1, what happens? Denominator becomes 1 minus more than 1 becomes less than 0. That is what I want to say here. So here a plus b means tan of a plus b is more than 0 if xy is less than 1. If tan of xy is more than 1, then tan of a plus b becomes less than 1. That's why it will change pi plus something. We will prove that also. If x is more than 0, y is more than 0, xy more than 0, more than 1, what happens? We will see. X equal to tan a as usually, y equal to tan b, because we are taking tan inverse x equal to a and tan inverse y equal to b. Implies x equal to tan a, y equal to tan b. And we know that x is more than 0 means a lie between 0 to pi by 2, b also lie between 0 to pi by 2. What happens to a plus b? What happens to a plus b? Tan of a plus b equal to, previously we proved, tan of a plus b equal to tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b. Means x plus y by 1 minus xy. Now what I want to say? X is more than 0, y is more than 0, numerator is more than 0. But 1 minus xy more than 0 means 1 minus a value more than 1 becomes negative. So what I want to say is this is becoming negative. So when to tan, this tan of a plus b is becoming negative if xy is more than y, more than 1. That's why it comes to y plus. We'll see how. Now this is less than 0 means when to tan is less than 0, tan is negative. It should be in second quadrant or in the fourth quadrant. Should be in the second quadrant or in the fourth quadrant. If I add these two, I will get a plus b lie between 0 plus 0, 0, pi by 2 plus pi by 2, pi. So 0 to pi, but this is less than 0, negative, means it should be in the second quadrant because 0 to pi a plus b value. So a plus b should be in the second quadrant, means a plus b lies in second quadrant, implies a plus b lie between pi by 2 and pi. Second quadrant means pi by 2 to pi. So if I subtract pi from all, what happens? So pi by 2 minus pi means minus pi by 2 less than a plus b minus pi less than pi minus pi, 0. Here also pi by 2 minus pi is I will write as minus pi. I am subtracting pi from all. So this becomes a plus b minus pi lie between minus pi by 2 to 0. Now this value is lying between minus pi by 2 to 0. Tan inverse always lie between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So this is coming into our required domain. Now I can proceed with this. Tan of a plus b, how can I write tan of a plus b? Tan of a plus b, can I write it as tan of pi minus of a plus b becomes negative. That's why I will keep minus outside. So tan of minus theta is minus tan theta. Otherwise I can keep here also. So this is equal to, I can write minus of minus. So plus tan of a plus b minus pi. So a plus b minus pi coming into the required domain. So this is what our LHS. RHS does not change, that is x plus y by 1 minus xy. Now tan goes to that side. So becomes tan inverse of, implies a plus b minus pi equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Now minus pi goes to that side, plus pi means pi plus that. A is tan inverse x plus b is tan inverse y equal to minus pi goes to that side, plus pi. Pi plus tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. The second proof is, next, x is less than 0, y is less than 0, but the product of the two is more than 1. What happens? Now, just now only we discussed tan of a plus b equal to tan a plus tan b by 1 minus tan a tan b, that is x plus y by 1 minus xy. Now, both are less than 0 means numerator is less than 0. And 1 minus xy, 1 minus xy, so 1 minus more than 1 is again less than 0. So total value negative by negative becomes positive. When do tan is positive, either in the first quadrant or in the fourth quadrant. But x is less than 0 means x lie between 0 to minus pi by 2. So a lie between minus pi by 2 to 0 and b also lying between minus pi by 2 to 0. Implies a plus b lie between minus pi to 0. A plus b lie between minus pi to 0. Implies a plus b is in fourth quadrant. Positive means tan is positive either in the first quadrant or in the third quadrant. But this is 0 to minus pi means it should be in the third quadrant. Implies a plus b lies in third quadrant. Lies in third quadrant. Lies in third quadrant means it should be minus pi by 2 to pi. So a plus b lie between minus pi to minus pi by 2. If I add pi to all, what happens? Pi minus pi 0, a plus b plus pi less than pi minus pi by 2 is pi by 2. Now this is our required domain only, 0 to pi by 2 only. Now if I take tan of a plus b, I will get this. So tan of a plus b, can I write as pi plus a plus b? Because tan of pi plus theta is tan theta itself. Third quadrant, tan is positive. This is equal to x plus y by 1 minus xy. Now tan goes to that side. So pi plus a plus b equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Now plus pi goes to that side, minus pi. Means a is tan inverse x plus b is tan inverse y equal to, plus pi goes to minus pi. So minus pi plus tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Hence proved. Tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equal to tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. If xy more than minus 1, reverse of the previous one, xy less than 1 there, here xy more than minus 1. More than minus 1 means it can be minus 1 to plus infinity. So more than minus 1 it can be anything. More than minus 1 anything means denominator always positive. But doesn't matter, directly you will get. If xy is less than minus 1 means denominator negative, that's why changes pi plus minus pi plus, same concept. To prove this also as it is, let, as usually, tan inverse x equal to a implies tan a equal to x, and tan inverse y equal to b implies tan b equal to y. Now, if xy more than minus 1, what is meant by that? So it can be xy both greater than 0 or both less than 0, but the product must be more than minus 1. If first case, x is more than 0, y is more than 0, and xy is more than minus 1. xy more than minus 1 means 1 plus xy is more than 0 only. So what I want to say is x minus y by 1 plus xy. Here x is more than 0, y is more than 0, xy more product of the two is more than 0 implies x minus y by 1 plus xy more than 0. What I want to say is tan of a minus b. This is in the first quadrant. Now we will go for the second. A lie between x is more than 0 means a lie between 0 to pi by 2, and b lie between 0 to pi by 2. But I need a minus b na. So minus b lie between minus pi by 2 to 0. If I multiply with minus, inequality will change. So what I want to say is a minus b lie between, adding these two, a minus b lie between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So this is our required limit of tan inverse. So no problem. So it becomes tan of a minus b equal to this. Implies a minus b equal to, tan goes to that side, tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. So a is tan inverse x, b is tan inverse y. So tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equal to x minus y by 1 plus xy. So for every xy more than minus 1, it is true. Even if both are less than 0 also. xy is more than minus 1 only. Both are less than 0 also, no problem. That doesn't matter. So both are lie between 0 to minus pi by 2. Same procedure you follow, you will get tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equal to x minus 1 by y by x plus y minus 1. X is more than 0, y is less than 0, and xy is less than minus 5. xy is less than minus 1, what happens? So x is more than 0 means a lie between 0 to pi by 2 first of all, first quadrant. But y is less than 0 means it should be negative. So b lie between minus pi by 2 to 0. Implies whenever y less than 0, minus y lie between more than 0 means minus b lie between 0 and pi by 2. Minus b lie between 0 and pi by 2. Now adding these two, a minus b lying between 0 and pi. A minus b is lying between 0 and pi, comma, coming to the previous case again, x minus y by 1 plus xy, what happens? X is more than 0, y is less than 0, x minus y is positive. It 1 minus less than minus 1 means negative. So positive by negative less than 0 means this total value tan of this is tan of a minus b. Tan of a minus b less than 0. When do tan is less than 0? It is in second or fourth quadrant. But 0 to pi means it should be in second quadrant. It should be in second quadrant. What I want to say is a minus b lie between pi by 2 to pi, second quadrant. Now, if I subtract pi from r, doesn't matter. So what I want to say is, if I subtract pi from r, what happens? Pi by 2 minus pi becomes minus pi by 2. A minus b minus pi less than pi minus pi 0. So what I want to say is, I can write like this. Now coming to tan of a minus b, how can I write tan of a minus? Tan of a minus b, I can write minus tan of pi minus of a minus b. Tan of 180 minus theta minus theta, tan theta minus into minus plus. Now if I bring minus 2 inside, this I can write like this. Tan of a minus b minus pi. Now this is in our required limit only. This tan of a minus b equal to this only. So what I want to say is tan of a minus b minus pi equal to x minus y by 1 plus xy. Now tan goes to the side tan inverse. I will write here. Tan goes to that side tan inverse. So a minus b minus pi equal to tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. Now minus pi goes to that side plus pi. So that becomes a is tan inverse x minus tan inverse y equal to minus pi goes to that side plus pi. Pi plus tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. Hence proved the second proof. Now coming to the third proof. X is less than 0, y is more than 0. So this is less than 0 and this is more than 0. But xy is less than minus 1. So x is less than 0 means a lie between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So the limit changes from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Means minus pi by 2 to 0. Y is more than 0 means minus pi by plus pi by 0 to plus pi by 2. B lie between 0 to plus pi by 2. And usually minus b lie between minus pi by 2 to 0. If you multiply with minus, inequality will change. So minus b lie between minus pi by 2 to 0. If I add both, so a minus b lie between minus pi to 0. Minus pi to 0. But what about x minus y? X is less than 0 and y is more than 0. This fraction is minus and this also minus becomes negative. By this is more than less than minus 1 means 1 minus some value less than minus 1 means minus 2 like becomes negative. Negative by negative positive. So what I want to say is this is more than 0. When to tan is more than 0, it is in fourth quadrant or first quadrant. But 0 to minus pi means it must lie in the fourth quadrant. So fourth quadrant means minus pi to pi by 2. So minus pi to minus pi by 2 to 0, fourth quadrant. A minus b lies in fourth quadrant. Lies in fourth quadrant. Means minus pi by 2 less than a minus b less than 0. This is fourth quadrant. Now if I add plus pi to r, what happens? Pi minus pi by 2 becomes plus pi by 2. So this is plus pi. Pi plus 2 to 0. So pi by 2 to 0 is our required limit only. A minus b lie between minus pi to 0, but x minus y by 1 plus xy greater than 0 means it should be either in the first quadrant or in the third quadrant. So this is third, not fourth. So this is third quadrant, Q3. So becomes third quadrant means This should be minus pi to minus pi by 2. Minus pi to minus pi by 2. If I add pi, minus pi plus pi 0 and pi minus pi by 2 becomes pi by 2. Now coming into our required domain. Now tan of a minus b I can write as tan of pi plus a minus b, because third quadrant tan is positive only. So this becomes tan of pi plus ab. Now this is tan of a minus b plus pi equal to tan of a minus b is x minus pi by 1 plus xy. Now tan goes to that side, tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. Now plus pi goes to minus pi. So this is the third proof. Similarly, we can write sin inverse x plus sin inverse y is sin inverse of x into root of 1 minus y square plus y into root of 1 minus y square x square. This is sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, sin of a plus b formula like tan of a plus b. If x comma y lie between minus 1 and plus 1 and x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1. Similarly, if it is not less than or equal to 1, means x square plus y square more than 1 and xy lie between 0 and 1, this is pi minus sin inverse of sin x into root of 1 minus y square plus y into root of 1 minus x square. Same, if x square plus y square more than 1 but xy lie between minus 1 to 0, then minus pi minus sin inverse of same x into root of 1 minus y square plus y into root of 1 minus x square. Similarly, cos also. You can prove sin cos as it is that of tan. So cos inverse x plus cos inverse y equal to cos inverse of xy minus root of 1 minus x square into root of 1 minus y square if xy lie between minus 1 to plus 1 and x plus y greater than or equal to 0. If x plus y less than or equal to 0, then this becomes 2 pi minus cos inverse of sin. This is cos of a plus b formula. Cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Now coming to cos inverse x minus cos inverse y. Same. Cos inverse of cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. So cos inverse of xy plus root of 1 minus x square into root of 1 minus y square. If xy lie between minus 1 to plus 1 and here most important thing, x less than y. X less than or equal to y, then you can write cos inverse x minus cos inverse y. If y less than x, then it becomes cos inverse y minus cos inverse x. This is most important for minus. Sin inverse x equal to sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square if x lie between minus 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2. And pi minus sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square if x lie between 1 by root 2 to 1. And minus pi minus sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square if x lie between minus 1 to minus 1 by root 2. All the sin inverse are like this only. We proved in the beginning itself. Sin inverse of sin theta, f inverse of f, identity, same concept. But the concept here as it changes the limits, the value also changes. So we will prove this again. Let sin inverse x equal to some theta implies sin theta equal to x. Obviously, cos theta is equal to what happens? Root of 1 minus sin square theta means root of 1 minus x square. Now, if theta lie between here, x is lying between minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2. Now coming to the picture, if x lie between minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2, what happened? X is sin theta. Sin theta is lying between minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2 means when do sin becomes 1 by root 2? 45. Means theta lie between minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. Minus pi by 4 to plus pi by 4. If I multiply with 2, this becomes minus pi by 2 less than 2 theta less than pi by 2. Now 2 theta is our required domain, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 is the domain of the sin theta. To become it bisection, inverse exists. So I brought into its required domain minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Now what happens to sin 2 theta? You know that sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta into cos theta. Means sin 2 theta equal to 2x into root of 1 minus x square as sin theta is x. Cos theta is root of 1 minus x square. Now bring sin to that side. Becomes 2 theta equal to sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square. 2 into what is theta? Theta is sin inverse x only. So I will write sin inverse x. 2 into sin inverse x equal to sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square. Hence proved. If it is minus 1 by root 2 to plus 1 by root 2, sin 2 into sin inverse x is sin 2 theta formula. 2 sin theta cos theta means sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square. Hence proved. Same for the second condition. If x lie between 1 by root 2 to 1. So x lie between 1 by root 2 to 1 means when do sin becomes 1 by root 2 45 degrees means theta lie between pi by 4 to pi by 2 because sin theta is x. Now if I multiply with 2 as usually, theta becomes 2 theta is lying between pi by 4 into 2 pi by 2 in pi by 2 into 2 pi. So this is pi by 2 to pi, but this is not in our required domain. So to convert into the required domain, I will multiply the whole thing with minus first. So becomes minus pi less than minus 2 theta less than minus pi by 2. Because I am multiplying with minus, inequality will change. So I wrote inequality like this. Now if I add pi to this, now pi minus pi 0 less than pi minus 2 theta less than pi minus pi by 2 becomes pi by 2. Now our required domain minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 only. This is 0 to pi by 2. So it came into our required domain. Now what is sin 2 theta? Can I write a sin 2 theta as sin of pi minus 2 theta? Because sin of 180 minus theta is sin theta only. So sin of pi minus 2 theta I can write. Sin of pi minus 2 theta is coming into our required domain. So sin of pi minus 2 theta is nothing but sin 2 theta. So sin 2 theta is nothing but 2 sin theta cos theta. So what I want to say is sin of pi minus 2 theta equal to sin 2 theta means 2 sin theta cos theta. This sin 2 theta I am writing 2 sin theta cos theta. This as it is. Now this is 2 sin theta is x, cos theta is root of 1 minus x square. Now sin to that side becomes sin inverse. So pi minus 2 theta equal to sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square. Now bring this sin inverse to this side, 2 theta to that side becomes pi minus sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square equal to 2 theta. Theta is sin inverse x only, so I will write as sin inverse x. So 2 sin inverse x equal to pi minus sin inverse of 2x into root of 1 minus x square. That is what I want to do, hence prove. Now the third proof. Minus pi minus, if x lie between minus 1 to minus 1 by root 2 means the limits are changing here. Minus 1 to minus 1 by root 2 means x lie between minus 1 to minus 1 by root 2 implies x lie between minus 1 to minus 1 by root 2 means when do sin becomes minus 1 by root 2 minus pi by 2 pi by 4. So theta lie between minus pi by 2 to minus pi by 4. If I multiply with 2, this becomes minus pi less than 2 theta less than 2. So this becomes minus pi by 2. Pi to go all, so it becomes 0 less than pi plus 2 theta less than pi minus pi by 2 becomes pi by 2. Now it came into our required domain. So sin 2 theta, can I write like this? Sin 2 theta equal to minus of sin of pi plus 2 theta. Because sin of pi plus 2 theta is third quadrant sin negative minus to minus plus. So I am writing minus of this. This minus goes inside, becomes sin of minus pi minus 2 theta I am writing, and sin 2 theta I am writing 2 sin theta cos theta. So this is minus pi minus 2 theta. Now I am bringing this to this side as usually, this to that side. So 2 sin inverse x equal to minus pi minus sin inverse 2x into root of 1 minus x square. So I put the third one from the second one. Say hence proved.